to a new week. There's no birthdays this week and no anniversaries, so...
Just on that, we missed out young Ryan Steen last week. Where is he? His birthday on Wednesday, so...
Happy birthday, Ryan. Positive recognition. We just want to say thank you to everyone with this whole COVID, close contact absences. We've had to shuffle people around last minute. People going up to some of the bigger jobs that went late as well. So we do really appreciate all your help with that. I know it's a pain in the ass. We're not enjoying it either. So thank you for being patient with us and helping us out where you can. We really appreciate it. Update on next week's work. So this week's work, pretty much everyone's going to Wallaroo. Big project up there, a couple of long days. The guys that are staying here, he's got a lot of prep for some of the other big projects coming up, like the Fleck, Middle Beach job as well. And then they've got a few other projects to finish off, so as well as the cable faults down south. Previous switching toolbox summary. There was nothing in the email, and I haven't seen anyone here this morning to go over it either. So we've got nothing on the toolbox summary, and we still had 0 switching incidents. So we're up to 397 days. That wasn't updated yet, so nearly at the big 400. There's no switching alerts, and we've got 3 DS incidents to go over. So first one we've got is a DF blade that wouldn't open. The old blue ceramic DF blade was seized shut. Operator gave it a tap to see if it would come loose. Still no go. We've had heaps of these DFs over the time, so as far as ways to do it better, I think the operator's done a great job. They've identified it as looking a bit dodged, given it a go. Hasn't been able to open, so they've escalated it. Alright, keep your eyes out for it, give them a good inspection. You don't want to go yanking them and then snapping in half on them, so I think that was done really well. Anyone else on that? No, cool. Next one we've got an oncoming truck's rear door has swung open while driving into oncoming traffic. Evasive manoeuvres were required to avoid a collision. They were driving in a 60k zone, come around the corner and the doors just swung straight open into the path that they were travelling in. Took the evasive action, and they've had to flag down the motorists because they had no idea the door was open. Suggestions for this. There's not much suggestions you can do for the other car. A basic manoeuvre was definitely required otherwise we would have made contact. But for ourselves, boys just check our loads, our trucks before we leave. Alright, just still walk around, make sure everything's secure. Cool. And the last DS event we've got, so someone was replacing a wooden brake arm. During the process of moving the wires out the way to attach the new cross arm, the white phase has let go, conductor's broken. About 300mm from the attachment shackle. Fortunately the working earth lead was on one side and the worker up in the bucket was on the other, so they managed to keep it off the ground from hitting the deck. The suggestions they've come up with is just better visual inspections of the conductor before working on it. And something that's 300mm off the attachment point should have had some visual identification that it was a bit worn. Might have been able to prevent it from happening. Right, have a good look around while you're working. See you guys up risk up there and your mates on the ground. So, any other suggestions on that? No. Let me get something else going. Everyone's quiet. Well, pause for celebration, man. So we've just had another monthly scorecard from SA Power Networks. So everything was in the green again, our KPIs. That's for January on this. And this means we've hit all our safety, quality targets, switching, reporting, even the quality of the workmanship. So everything you guys do out there to help prevent any issues, all your workmanship, it all comes back. All the guys in the office as well, planning, getting the jobs done on time. All these things account to a scorecard that's SA Power Networks rate us on. And for how many months now, Helen?
It's been about a year.
Nearly about a year, we've gone all green again. So we get this big spreadsheet. Anything that's important there is all this dark green. And it's just been continuous thanks to everyone's effort. So to thank everyone, we've got green donuts to go with the green scorecard. So help yourselves, even now if you want. Go grab a donut. What am I going to do? Go grab a donut. Grab one. Come on.
Just to give a few more words on that, because the bit of paper probably won't mean much to you. So what we're key performance indicators are safety, which is the biggest one, quality, delivery and reporting. So safety is obviously switching safe, driving safe, working safe, no loss of injuries, medicals, things like that. Delivery is getting the work that we got in the plan completed in the correct month, I think up to 80 or 90%. We're doing that. Quality is not, but we do get some non-performances, but get them fixed in a good time period. We're normally fixing within a week, maybe like 30 days. And then reporting, which is just getting monthly reports and the fill-up process is just what we do. So we're the highest scores you can get. So we get the same scorecard as the next will get. Obviously we don't see them, but we're doing everything the best we can, and it's a reflection of the whole group. So well done and enjoy the program.
Good job, Dan. You've got to do something. All right, a couple more things. Safety alert from SA Power Networks. I believe we touched on this last week. It was injury from stepping on uneven ground. Is that one of ours, is it? That one we touched on it?
No, it's a pretty severe one.
Alright, so mid-February, 2 weeks ago, a linesman was hauling cable alongside the country road, and the team was working on uneven ground, dry grass, and there was a water runoff culvert and minor build-up of rubble within the immediate work area. So while performing the work at ground level, TWP stepped back into the culvert, lost balance, fell awkwardly, and they've injured their lower right leg. First aid was provided by fellow crewmates and an ambulance was called. Impact, so it's ended up being the lineys had to go get x-rays and it's come out that they've fractured both their tibia and their fibia. Right, just from walking on uneven ground, rubbing his ankle. Right, learnings, slip, trips, falls, largest contributor to hospitalisations in Australia. I don't know if that means ongoing, but work to remind them to remain vigilant in their work areas. If you're going to be working there for a while, do your best to just level it out, move everything out your way, make it safe for everyone. Right? You guys will be working and stuff like that all the time, so it's not the first time we've had one recorded in our group as well. So clean up your area, at least identify it, make it safe where you're working for yourself and your workmates. Right? Another one, this one's from Electronet, and this is a good reminder to check safety notices, especially at substations. So they've had an exclusion at substations put up, safety alerts to let people know they're not allowed into the substation due to potential faulty equipment. And that equipment at one of the other substations has, I believe, had a catastrophic failure. I'm assuming that means it's blown up, some's let go. If anyone had ignored that safety notice and was in the substation at the time, it would have been quite dangerous. That notice is still up at a bunch of substations, Electronet substations, so just a reminder to make sure you have a good read before entering subs. There's always different circumstances and we work everywhere, so you're not going to remember everything of what's going on at the substation. So, alright, make sure you read the notice boards. And that's everything we got.
No, just all the time going on around, have a safe trip. Obviously a lot of crews working out there, and I'm assuming the poles are quite low. This will be tough in the breeze, but make sure we're checking the adjacent poles, and obviously get the train on the poles before you change, so we don't have any security down there. So, it's pretty safe.
Thanks guys, have a good week. Grab a donut.